Welcome to the Knakal News Network. The Knakal News Network is brought to you by Massey Knakal Realty Services, New York's #1 building sales firm.
Hi, I'm Elisa Berlin, Director of Sales at Massey Knakal Realty. Today, I'm here with Chairman Bob Knakal of Massey Knakal Realty. We're going to be talking about the office market in New York City. Seems like everybody wants to buy office product in Manhattan. Can we talk a little bit about the office market today?
Yeah, Lisa, the office market has been very, very interesting. We've seen activity behave very interestingly based upon what's happened in the leasing market. We've seen values rise. And I think you're right, everybody is looking to buy office buildings today.
What's currently going on with the volume of sales?
The biggest trend that we've seen in the office building market is that there's been a trend towards larger transactions. We went from, in 2009 in Manhattan, there was 1.9 billion of office building transactions. In 2012, that number increased to 10.5 billion, and last year it was 14.5 billion, a 41% increase over what we saw in 2012. So that would lead you to think that activity is great and more buildings are selling, but actually in 2012, there were 110 office buildings that were sold in Manhattan. Last year there were only 74. So how did the number go down, but yet the dollar volume went way up? It's because the average price of a building sold has gone way up. In 2012, the average office building in Manhattan sold for $94 million, and last year it was $200 million. So there has definitely been a tendency towards these larger transactions.
I recall that last year there were trades over $1 billion. Was that expected?
Yeah, well, we had expected that at the beginning of the year there would be a resurgence of large transactions in Manhattan in the office sector. Normally, out of the top 10 sales in any one year on a sale price basis, most of them, if not all of them, are office buildings. There were 4 office trades over $1 billion last year. But interestingly, where most of the activity was in the $500 million to $1 billion range. In that category, there was only 1 trade in 2012, but there were 10 properties that sold last year.
What has happened with values in the office sector?
If we look at the office leasing market, we see that in Midtown, for instance, last year, the average rent was about $58 a square foot, which increased about 4% from the year before. In Midtown South, that average was about $54, which was a 9.5% increase, and there's no doubt that Midtown South is the tightest leasing market in the city. And then we had about a $42 average in the downtown market, and that was up about 5.5%.
Those increases in rent sound great, but what's happening with the vacancy rates?
Well, the vacancy rate is also something that I think is a little misleading about the market. If we look at Midtown, for instance, last year the vacancy rate dropped from 8.1% to 8%, which is what you would have expected. In Midtown South, the vacancy rate was up to 7.2% from 5.7% in 2012, and downtown the vacancy rate increased from 8% in 2012 to 10.9%. So you'd say, with the market getting better, how could those vacancy rates have increased? And the answer is that the stock of office space has increased dramatically. In 2011 and 2012, there were only 200,000 square feet of new office product added to the market, and in 2013 there was 5.5 million feet added to the market.
Where are values today?
Well, values as of the end of last year had hit an all-time high. At the peak of the market in 2007, the average price per square foot was about $885. That dropped down to about $530 a foot in 2010 at the bottom of the market. And last year, the average sale price on a price per square foot basis for office product had hit $952. So it's really been a remarkable ride.
What do you see this year in 2014 for the office sector?
Well, I think we'll continue to see positive trends. We believe that rents will continue to escalate. We expect to continue to see rent levels increase. We expect to see average sale prices continue to escalate. And we think it'll be a great year for the office sector. In summary, the volume of sales in the office building sector in Manhattan has been tremendous. In 2013, the volume was $14.5 billion. The average size of an office transaction has more than doubled since 2012. Average values have also hit an all-time high, a 20.5% increase over 2012. We expect to continue to see these positive trends in the office building sector.
Thank you for joining us today. Tune in next week for another installment on the Knakal News Network.